Greetings, everybody. We're live here on the rootsreggaehub.com. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Shayna McCullough. It's Melody Mondays. We have a special show today. Laza Morgan is going to be reasoning with me tonight. I'm going to send him an invite in a bit. Make sure my audio levels are all good on the radio for everybody tuning in around the world. So let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. On Instagram Live. We are live. It's Melody Mondays. This is rootsreggaehub.com. We're live to air also on Instagram. If you guys want to check out the video portion of this interview, you can meet us on Instagram Live. Remember, it's not just radio anymore. We're doing lives on Instagram every Monday. So for everybody tuning in, the Reggae Massive worldwide in 228 countries around the world, feel free to come to the Instagram and join us so you can also his new track, give thanks and praise, and learn more about him, everybody. All right. I think I sent him an invite to join. Hi, Tony or Tanya. What's up, Down to Earth Podcast? How are you guys? Bless yourselves. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to send a little invite to everybody here and get some people in here. We're going to talk about his new music and movements globally, what he's been up to. Chris Dubs told me to tell him hi as well, so I saw Chris Dubs at Jerkfest. How was your weekend, everybody? Everybody's weekend was good. Mine was very live. I was seeing a lot happening in Toronto. So much happening in Toronto. The city is full with people. Let me see here. I sent him an invite to join me. He also sent me an invite to join me. He's right here. He's ready for his exclusive interview today. Let me make sure this interview is also being recorded. Thank you guys for joining me each and every week for your Melody Mondays. I appreciate all the support from everybody. It means the world to me, I must say. And all the feedback. Can you hear me? Well,
Hey.
You can hear me?
Yeah, man.
All right, I hope so. All right, just making sure everything's good here. Turning up all the levels. Making sure I can hear him. And you guys can hear him too. Oh, let's make sure this is off. I was running the beats earlier. All right. Can you hear me?
Come on, how you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you so much for joining me, for talking about your life and life lessons and reasoning with me tonight. And everybody that's joining us worldwide, thank you. Everyone that's coming in the chat on Instagram, thank you. Everyone that's listening on the radio, thank you. That was just a little 5 seconds, 10 seconds of your new track that I was playing there. I want to talk about that as well. Big things happening. How are you feeling? How was your weekend?
All good. All
Good?
Chilling.
Awesome.
I'm in Jamaica right now.
Jamaica. I wish I was there.
It's raining right now, though, but it's summer.
Okay. I love the rain as long as it's tropical and I can stay warm. Yeah, it's raining here too, but it's not the nice rain that you get in Jamaica, you know? It's kind of muggy here.
Everything different, you know?
Parenting is different, trust me.
So,
If anyone has any questions for Laza, I will be taking questions closer to the end of the interview. I will be checking my Twitter DMs, and I'll be also looking here in the chat if anyone has questions. There's a little question box on the right hand side bottom of your screen. You can definitely ask a question there. I'm just dropping that early for you guys. I do ask questions at the later end of the show, closer to the end of the show. We're here to talk about all things Laza Morgan. So tell everybody, for anyone who's never heard of you, I mean, you're from a very prominent family. So, you know, people should, if they love reggae music, they should have already known all about you and your movements. But for anyone that doesn't know, maybe hearing your music or hearing about you for the first time, tell everyone
yeah.
who Laza Morgan is.
Well, as a Morgan is first son of legendary singer, Ben Ray Morgan. I mean, one third of the younger group of the family, LMS. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're from the Morgan Heritage family. Morgan Heritage is my bigger brothers and sister. We told the world with them. So, yeah, those who know me know the tribe. So for the new fans who don't know that's a Morgan is here. You know what I mean? Some of them will follow me from, hit the songs with my Vado one by one. You know what I mean? A lot of new fans know me from, having a song in the Step Up 3D movie, This Girl, you know. So, thing worldwide now, we give thanks. Mm,
Definitely worldwide. Reggae is a global movement, global phenomenon, I like to call it, because reggae music is loved all the way from here to Brazil, to Germany, to Indonesia, all through Africa. Reggae music there's a huge, huge reggae fam, I like to call it, reggae family, I like to call it, worldwide. And, you know, you are from a huge reggae family, Morgan Heritage.
mm-hmm.
How was your childhood growing up? How was that experience for you? Did you have any like specific stories that you might want to tell from your childhood, or just share kind of what it was like growing up in a family with a father, a
Yeah,
progenitor like yours at the head of your household?
yeah, I could say it was a great childhood. My childhood growing up with my father and my mother, that's a blessing, you know what I mean? Because many of my peers didn't have any fortunate like that, you know what I'm saying? So I had both parents within the home, so glory to Judge for that, you know? And, many brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? A great example for my father, he had many children and he had many wives. But one thing he made all his children know one another, even though we had different mothers, but the whole we know one another. You see me? So I know the whole of my brother them, the whole of my sister them. You see me? And that was the greatest thing growing up. You know what I mean? Being together. And that's our greatest accomplishment as our family, and that's what we want to continue to do, staying together. You know, that is the light of the family. You know, so childhood was great. We grew up. It wasn't. We had rough times, we had good times, more good times than bad times. You know what I'm saying? So our father and our mother, I gotta give it up to them because they did it. It was one of our we were growing at the ghetto too. Brooklyn, Bushwick, big up Brooklyn, Bushwick. You know what I mean? Springfield, Massachusetts. You know what I mean? That's where I went to school. So big up them place there in the States. But you don't know what mother and father do it well. You know what I mean? Coming from Jamaica and doing it in America, raising so many children. You know what I mean? God bless them. For real.
How was that for you, from Jamaica? Having that culture, that upbringing, and then coming to Brooklyn. I have family in the Bronx. So how did you find the culture there? How did you feel like you fit in? Did you find like-minded people? Did you kind of find Jamaicans? Like, I mean, there's a huge Jamaican
Yeah, man,
population.
growing
How
up,
did you find
growing,
the?
yeah, man, remember I said we are Rasta. My father a Rasta, my mother a Rasta. So And growing up, if people know the tribe, 12 tribe of Israel, if they know about Rasta and the Rasta community, they have many different mansions within the Rasta community. And 12 tribe of Israel was one of the houses that we grew up in as a family. You know what I mean? Because that organization really started in Brooklyn at our house, 71 Carnegie Street. So may I tell you history from your youth. You know what I'm saying? Where we grew up in that organization, 12 Tribe of Israel, until the organization moved to Queens, So, and they've been there for years. So, I dare say, so,
So you found a
rolling.
community through Rastafari.
Say that again?
You found a community through the 12 tribes and through Rastafari. And
Yeah, and everything else growing up, Remember I said we're going to America, And the question was how was it growing up? We never lose the Jamaican culture. We grow with the Jamaican culture within the family. You know what I mean? Growing up, but we grow in America too. So I grew up listening to hip hop. Hip hop was what my thing. Feel me? Before my father introduced me to reggae. So was a hip hop, bebop, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Grew up because we grew up in Brooklyn. We grew up in Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? We grew up listening to American music, top 40 music. So you have all of that blend within the music that I create. We not lose the culture. We grew up with the Jamaican culture. Straight.
it's similar to me being a Jamaican but Canadian
Yeah.
born, but my parents were born in Jamaica, and obviously in a Jamaican household, even in Canada, those type of traditions and the culture and the food and everything is passed down. So
Yeah.
when I say I'm a Jamaican and people are like, "You're not Jamaican," I'm like, I am in my heart, in my DNA, in my
You are
blood.
Jamaican. You are
I'm a
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Even though I'm not born there,
No,
it's
you are
it's a
you are
part
of
of
the
me.
diaspora. You understand?
Yes, yes.
Can't change
I go to
that.
Jamaica, they're like foreigner. I'm like, no. I'm like, not foreign.
Yeah. Them can't change that. Mm.
uh, tell me, I know you recently lost your father. Tell me how you've been coping. I like to say he's transitioned because, we never truly lose that connection. We never truly lose that spirit. I feel like the spirit does go on. So how have you been since his transitioning? How have you coped? How have you dealt with the grief?
We grieve and cope every day. So, but we were strong and carry on. You know, those are his words. So, he live with me every day. Me live on the ground with him there, So, he there with me every day. And that's one of the lines that I put in my new song, you know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is. The spirit is so powerful. I feel like in Ghana, we know I say my saying because that is the reality. But in there, I would have every day. So,
I love that you say he's with you every day because that is very true. I do feel as I walk hand in hand with the Most High, I feel like I walk hand in hand with my ancestors and hand in
yeah.
hand with the people that have transitioned in my
Oh,
life that I love. So I'm
yeah.
sure he walks hand in hand, foot to foot with you every single day. And my condolences, of course, for that. Tell me
Yeah.
about, how you're planning to honor him. I did see the Morgan Family Heritage Estates Foundation. Can you talk about that and
Yeah.
tell me what you guys are planning to do with that foundation?
Right. Yeah, like I said, not just me, but the family. You know what I mean? The family is a foundation created by the family, ran by the family. My father created 30 children, and a lot of people know of the musical part of the family, but there's next side of the family that's the world is gonna know through this foundation, and we're keeping our father's name alive through this foundation, through his music, everything that our father stood for and about and was working on. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep alive. So people just tune in. The Instagram is there. Tune in. tune into the family's Instagram.
Yes, you guys go and follow the Instagram. It's MFHE Foundation.
Yeah, just
MFHE
tune in.
Foundation.
It was just launched, so we're working on big things. So just stay in tune, tune into the family's Instagram, the Morgan Heritage Instagram. There's so much of us, you know what I mean? Just tune in, and you will see the links, Yeah.
I love that. I love that you're honoring him in such a special way and carrying on his legacy in his music and through this foundation. Everybody, please go support and stay up to date with what's happening with the Morgan Family Heritage Estates Foundation. I'm already following. I want to know everything that's going on with the foundation. And I would love to talk about, too, a little bit. Oh, you're frozen here. Let me see if I can get him back. He's frozen for a second. Can you hear me, Laza? Uh-oh. We lost Laza. I'm going to try to get him back right now. I'm going to play for you his new track in the meantime. All right? It's called Give Thanks and Praise. Here it is for everybody on the radio worldwide. Brand new track, not even released yet. So this is, a special one for you guys here by Laza Morgan.
No from the step outside they gave you no one answer me. Every 2 years I ain't like what you do. Missing the melody like the reggae. Now when I hear them, I try to play with me. You know man, I'm brave, but we stay so free. Not the whole world calling for my boss super G. I know my daddy ain't gonna stay with me. I'm getting protected me from all my enemies. Right. Each and every day I'm flipping it my way. I keep myself in constant praise. Each and every day I'm flipping my way. I keep myself. Listen, you my daughter, but I rap on three. I'm an MS5 and that's where to my dream. It's a creep. While I rest, they just sleep over their heads. Cause a nigga just too deep. So hear me now. My soul worth more than gold. We one of those. But Bob and I could never control. The truth be told, we try to tell yo they bold. There's no fear on there nowhere. We just keep it straight. Meditate, elevate, and elevate. Hold the faith. You set the way, keep the woman in the you stay safe. And every time he says, praise. Each and every day I'll figure my ways. I keep myself in constant praise. Each and every day I'll figure my ways. I keep myself. They see me on my dollar, but I rap on three. I'm a limits 5 and that's where to my G. I'm a limits 5 and that's where to my G.
I usually don't play the track out in full here on Instagram, but since this is a pre-release, I pushed the boundaries a little bit with the Instagram. I usually can't play the track out in full, but I did for you guys. It's not full. There's still a little bit left there. But after the show at 9 o'clock, I am going to play a curated playlist of my personal favorites of Laza Morgan. I did some research. I got a lot of music of yours, and I put together a curated playlist for everybody who's tuned in on the radio. You won't be able to hear it on the Instagram Live. So after the show, if you have to tune into rootsreggaehub.com, and then you'll be able to hear an hour long of Laza music, stuff that I chose personally for the audience, for the global mass, Reggae Massive worldwide. So keep it locked here. After the Instagram ends, go on to rootsreggaehub.com or TuneIn app. We're on a lot of different platforms. You can do it on your Google or your Alexa. Just, listen to Roots Reggae Hub. Just tell her to play Roots Reggae Hub, and you'll be able to hear Laza after all. Tell me about. I want to know more
Big up
about your growing up in Brooklyn and the influence of hip hop music, because I hear it in that song too. Like, who were your artists that you really liked growing up, and who influenced your music?
music. Well, I started off rapping before my father introduced me to reggae and dance. My father, when he started listening to like
I can't hear you too well. You're
KRS-One,
cutting out. Can you say that again?
Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, you know. I still listen to hip hop nowadays, you know.
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now better, way better.
You can hear me?
Yes. So Jay-Z, Nas, of course. Those are the legends.
Uh, I'm hearing you now, clearly. Eh?
Yes, I can hear you really well now. Yeah, that's way better.
Service kind of glitch because I'm in the head. Yeah, the service kind of glitching because I'm in the headset,
Okay.
so you're getting exclusive time with me right now, you know? So,
Yes.
yeah,
That track is fire, like very, very
yeah,
fire. Someone I think
and
I
then
think it might be
people
your
like Super
production.
Cat,
Tell me about the
Shadow,
production team. Tell me about the
Capitan,
producer.
Sizzler, you know, Anthony B. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where it is. You always going to get that mix because of what I grew up and what I was into, you know?
Mhm. Tell me about the song. Who's your production team on
Well,
Give Thanks and
well,
Praise?
well, that's shout out to my son. That's my son. Yeah, my real born. You know what I mean? Shout out to
Are
Deuce
you
Bigelow.
serious?
You know, my young son comes. So, me and him worked on a project. People could tune into what we did called 71.
Wow, I love that. Really keeping it in the family.
Production team is he knows. That's Bigelow Boys Entertainment. I am Deuce Bigelow, the producer, who is my son.
Wow, I love
Yeah, you
that.
get
Oh,
that? Yeah,
yes.
yeah, and
I'm
also
big.
on the mix and all
I'm
that.
Deuce
The track is,
Bigelow. Big up
the
yourself.
track release. Yeah, we released it officially with video in September. So produced by my son, my brother.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all in house, and my brother
I love that.
on the mixing board. You feel me? So shout out to
Yeah.
Magic
Shout
Multimedia,
out to
and
the team,
look
to the
out for my
family.
son Deuce Bigelow.
Doing big things. All right. I'm going to be
Yeah.
definitely following him and keeping up with all that he's producing, because that is a fire track, fire production. Amazing. So I'm happy to get
I
the
see.
exclusive. And thank you, Leslie. Shout out, Leslie. Tell me more about your spiritual journey, as a Rasta. How have you evolved? Do you see things differently? Tell me about your livity, when you first came up as a child to you now being an adult, a king. Tell me how your spiritual journey has changed you.
I'm on the world team,
Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you anymore. Try to fix your mic or your phone a little bit close. Yeah, I can hear you now. Tell me about your spiritual journey. Tell me what you might have learned.
Yeah, big up Leslie. Big up Leslie.
I think there's a little delay in our connection. Can you hear me now?
Live it to really change, you know.
Yeah.
Live it to one other when me grow up and know, I mean, change from the other, you know. So live it to remain. Yeah, you can hear me?
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you guys couldn't hear me. Yes, I saw the comment. I was reading the comment in the question section. Laza, hope you're staying up after your loss. Big love from your homie B in Colorado. That's from Bry Cal C. Laza, you're getting love. You know, people are hoping that you're staying up through this time. And of course, family helps when you're going through some hard times. If you guys have any questions, drop it on the right hand bottom of your screen. I saw that comment there. I don't know if I can get that up on the screen because it's not a question. I was hoping I can pin it so Laza can see. Oh, there it is. There's the comment there for you, Laza. Your homie in Colorado. Big up all the Colorado massive. There's a lot of reggae lovers in Colorado, I find. Oh, here's another comment from the producer of the track. I'm Deuce Bigelow. Love you, Dad. Big ups. Your song will go. Of course, it's gonna go up. I'm gonna be playing it nonstop. I'm gonna support your dad's music all the time. Any other questions or comments? You can drop it in the question box below. Tell me about your personal spiritual journey. How have you evolved over the years in your livity? Plaza, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I think you're muted. Turn on your microphone. Can you hear me?
See,
There we go. I can hear you now.
big up big homie. Big up. Big up.
Can you hear me, Laza? Yeah, I hope so. I have a few more questions before I let you go. Tell me about your musical mission. Can you hear me? What's your musical mission? This is a good question. Seems like your daughter's in here too.
I mean, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah. Tell me about your musical mission. What do you want to do with your music, with your new music? What is your musical mission? Can you hear me? I don't know if it's me or you, but I'm going to try to turn off my data. I mean, my Wi-Fi. I can hear you. Can't hear me? Okay. Let me try to turn off my Wi-Fi and use my data.
Yeah. Produced by myself, more of my family, the younger side to the music. Letting the world know of the younger Morgan. You know what I mean? Look out. Just look out. Stay tuned.
I think we're having some connection issues. I'm not sure if it's on my side. I don't think it is. I was trying to turn off my Wi-Fi to get more of a clear sound. I think we're lagging a little bit behind as well too with the connection. Sorry about that, guys. I do have quite a few more questions if we can get the technical difficulties working out here. He's in the hills of Jamaica, so it's the connection messing with the sound. I know. I figured. Yeah, I figured he's somewhere where the crickets, the crickets are louder than the people. I miss Jamaica, guys. I miss Jamaica. Don't mind my little dog barking in the background. I'm gonna try to settle him down and get Laza back to finish up the questions. Such an inspiration in his kingly character. And thank you, everybody joining in worldwide. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody that tunes in each week and sends me so much love and DMs and everything. Hi, Laza. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I know you're in the hills of Jamaica. I just found that out. Oh, man. You might have to try. Can you hear me now? I don't know, guys. I would love to ask the rest of the questions, but it's hard to hear. Can you hear me, Laza? Tell me about your musical mission, if you can hear me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you want to do with the new music coming out? What's your musical mission?
Come on. It's cloud and rain right now. Yeah. I can hear you.
What's your musical mission? What do you want to do with your new music coming out?
Yes. Yes. No, be not talk, but you not see me.
Oh no, guys. This is some technical difficulties we're having right here. I'm very sad. I did want to talk more. And I have a lot of more questions to ask Ask Laza. Let's see if I turn off my Wi-Fi, if that could help. I know he's in the... How's that? Can you guys hear me better? I turned my Wi-Fi off and I'm using my data. So hopefully that helps a little bit now with the connection. Let's see if that helps a little bit, guys. There we go. Let's see. Let's give it another go. Laza, can you hear me? All right. We're back. All right.
Yeah, I hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you now. Blessings. Yeah. Okay. Tell me what your musical mission is. What do you want to do with the new music? Huh? I can hear you. Tell me your musical mission, Laza. Yeah, I'm so sorry for asking the same question, guys.
Sorry, boy. Yeah.
Oh, you got such a great smile. I don't mind just looking at your smile. Oh no. I'm so sorry, guys. We might have to try this again another time. I'm not sure. Maybe when he's more closer to the city. I have so many questions I want to pick your brain on. Can you tell me what inspires your music? What inspires you, if you can hear me? Your music, Laza. How about that? I'm going to write my question in. What inspires your music? It's weird to have to type it because the radio can't hear me. Your life inspires your music. Yes, and you do have that line about your dad as well. And in your lyrics, it obviously inspires as well. I'm going to have to get Laza back here, guys, on a future day when I can hear him better. And he can hear me, but I can't hear him. Hi, Jadea. How are you? Thanks for coming in every single week. Bless up yourself, girl. Laza, I have so many questions for you. I want to know everything, and I want to pick your brain. I know. It's okay. Bless up, Empress. How are you? I have Laza here with us, but we were having a bad connection. Hills of St. Thomas. I wish I was in the hills of St. Thomas. I wish I was there. I wish I was there with you, Laza. You can hear me now. I know you can hear me. I just can't hear you. Let's see. Good to hear, girl. I'm trying to get some info out of Laza, but we can't hear him tonight. I might have to do a rain check on this with Leslie. Yeah. Hope all is blessed by you, same way. Yeah, everything's good. Let me know where we can let everybody know where they can find you. It's Laza Morgan. Someone on Twitter wants to know your handles. So for those that are on Twitter asking me how to find him, you're going to go to @Laza Morgan Music on Instagram. Yes, we will do a part 2 of this interview. I have to, because I have so many questions. Like I literally had 30 questions and I had to cut it down to 15 questions. because I couldn't ask everything that I wanted to ask in an hour, you know. So we will definitely. And also on Twitter, you're going to follow Laza at Laza007. I hope that's right. Yeah, it's verified. So Laza at LAZA007 for the Twitter people that are asking me his social media. And on Instagram, it's at Laza Morgan Music for everybody that is trying to find him. Facebook, Leslie, is there a Facebook for Laza? If you're still in the chat, please drop it in the chat. We will for sure reschedule. All right. So everybody, keep it locked here. I've curated an hour playlist. If you're on the Instagram, you're going to have to join me on rootsreggaehub.com or on the TuneIn app, or Alexa or Google will find me for you. Just say Roots Reggae Hub, play Roots Reggae Hub, and she'll get the playlist that I'm playing now of Laza music. So for the next hour, I'll be playing Laza Morgan music. I will be playing One by One. That is a huge track. So I will be playing it. It is in my playlist, of course. I did put that in, as well as his track with Shaggy and a lot of other collaborations as well. So keep it locked here. I'm gonna let the Insta Live go, and I'm gonna play the list now, the curated playlist for all the radio listeners that are tuning in around the world. Guys, I'll be back next week. I'm gonna have to reschedule Laza Morgan in. I'm not sure exactly the date yet, because next week I'm doing Jimmy Reed, the legend, and the week after that I'm doing, I can't even remember now. I got 2 interviews lined up back to back, but I'm gonna do Laza again first week in September. Why don't we book it for that, Leslie? I'll be doing TIFF that week, but I will still be doing my show each and every week, Melody Mondays, 8 p.m. Keep it locked here on the Roots Reggae Hub. I'll see you guys next week, okay? Bye. Bye.